Hi out there, Joseph TUDISCO here, just a thought, and presenting Acting Like a Business seminar. Today we're going to discuss headshots and photographers. Now headshots, I'm sure we all have them, or at least we should have them. Before you get any type of business, you certainly will need to have headshots. And the most important thing you can learn, or understand, I should say, about a headshot is that it has to look like you. If it doesn't look like you and it doesn't show you in your true image, well, then you're doing yourself a disservice. Okay? We are who we are. We have our scars from life all written over our face, their character. They separate us from other people, and they're important not to cover up. Now, with women, it's especially a problem, I find. Most women like to touch up their photos, sometimes over Photoshop, or in the old days it was airbrush it. For example, if you're a 42-year-old woman and you have a headshot that makes you look like you're 32, well, you're gonna it's a double-edged sword. You're gonna have problems on both ends, because if they're looking at your headshot and seeing a 32-year-old woman and they call you in and you walk in and you're that 42-year-old woman, well, I think you just lost out on that. Okay? And if you're a 42-year-old woman where they're looking for or to cast a 42-year-old woman, and your headshot comes across, they're going to say, she's too young, it's a 32-year-old, she's too young. You're going to lose out on both ends. Be who you are. There's always something somewhere for you, whether it be in film, TV, commercials, theater. You are who you are. So stand up to that, okay? Don't airbrush your opportunity out of your photo. Now, I believe in having 3 photos, or at least 3 shots. Naturally, they should be in color. Black and white is gone. Some people try to get a little creative and use the antiquing colors. And look, let me say this right up front. There's nothing cute you can do on a photo that's going to get you called in. It's not going to happen. Cute doesn't get you the audition. Okay? So please understand that. The basic is what you need. So although my opinion is that you need 3 different looks, I don't suggest you need 3 different headshots. Today, headshots, the hard copy photos, headshots, I mean, they're hardly ever used. Everything is online. I can't remember the last time casting director took my hard copy headshot. They're all online on files, and we don't do those mailings religiously like we used to do years and years ago. The agents, the casting directors, they don't want all that paperwork. So I think what you need is one solid, legit shot, which of course is you. It should look like you. And this is my legit shot. Okay? Right there. It's, you have to excuse me, I'm trying to adjust to the camera here. It should look like you. This is what they call the landscape, okay, because it is horizontal. It should be in color. It should be just who you are. Okay. Borders are fine. Don't use any crazy colors. I think white, black, or gray. If you want to use what they call the pen line, that little white line to separate the border from the photo, that's fine. Your name should always be on the photo. I like to put my name right up in here in the photo itself, where as long as it's not intrusive into the photo, and that is my legit shot. This is what I use 98% of the time, and it's been very good for me. The second photo, and again, you don't need the hard copy, and I'll explain that in a second, is a commercial shot. It should be a little bit softer. It should have a little bit more of a smile, a little friendly, inviting. Again, this is called a portrait, up and down, vertical. Again, my border is in white this time with no pen line. My name, again, as I put it, I like to stick it up inside the photo itself, but you can certainly put it along here, and you don't have to have any information. Don't put down phone numbers, don't put down your agent. That'll go on your resume. Keep it clean, simple, nice, approachable photo for commercials. Okay? The third shot that I think we all should have is something that we do best, something that character-wise or an intensity or something. It could be, for women, if you have that, you can portray that librarian look. You want to do the librarian look. Some women like to make a little bit of a harder character for some more risque or street type of look. Men, if you're a mobster type and you want to do a mobster, that's fine. If you have a lawyer type, you want to wear a suit and tie and corporate up, that's fine. You find that niche that you think that is your wheelhouse, okay? And you can have several different ones. It's you don't have to stop at one. I myself like to think of the Brooklyn, New York type of character, and this is what I've been using. It's a little more of a hardened look. It's outdoor shot. Again, my name is in the photo with border, and these are my 3 headshots that I use, and I like to think it's been somewhat successful. Although we all want to be more successful, no matter how much success we have. And the reason I say you don't have to reproductions of these photos. And by the way, before I go further, check out ABC Pictures. They're in Springfield, Illinois, I believe. Google them. Great deals on lithographs, and those were lithographs of photos, and they're perfectly fine to use. They save you a lot of money, okay? But I would only get one. Your legit shot, and I wouldn't go out and get 500. Go out and get the minimum, because you're not going to use them. If you're pursuing acting in the real union projects, they're going to have it on file. They're not going to want them, but you should always have them. Theater, more than film and TV, will require headshots and hard copy submissions. But what you do is when you do go to a photographer, they'll probably give you a disc, and you can certainly capture those other commercial or the character type photos, and you can upload them into Actors Access, which I'll get into at a later date, or other websites that you may use. Also, you can have them on your computer so that you can email them, and that's 90% of the business is all electronical emailing and websites, and you really don't need the hard copies as we had previously. When we used to knock on doors and drop off our headshot, that's a thing of the past. Secondly, photographers. Again, I'm going to say this again. There's nothing cute you can do in a photo that's going to get you an audition. We don't want to see you on a horse or riding a motorcycle or on the top of a ladder looking down, with some artistic approach. Some photographers will instill their artistic interpretation of the photograph that they want, not what you need. Remember, it's what you need, not what the photographer wants. So please, do not get yourself caught up with a photographer that's going to have you laying on the floor, your arms behind your head, sitting on a swing in the park. I mean, those are great if you want to fool around a little bit, but you have to make sure you have your legit shot, your commercial shot, and then you can play around with the other things. Do not get caught up in the photographer's interpretation of what he thinks you want. I've seen too many crazy headshots. If your headshot is of a hardcore street walker, and that's what you use, but that's all you're going to get called in for. Okay, so please stay away from them as your main headshot. Okay, so that's what I have to say about photos and headshots and photographers for this session. Next session, we'll deal with your reverse headshot, which is your resume, and credits and all the information on the back of your resume. So with that being said, stay well, and I'll see you next time. And that's a wrap for today. Thank you.